Hey DOT community, this is another episode of the DOT Aftershow with Zalon and Bo, and this week we have a guest, Fandral of Asgard. How we doing, Fandral?
Doing pretty good, guys. Hey, everyone.
Yes, awesome,
Hey, guys.
awesome. And we also got Bo. Of course, we can't forget about Bo, you know. So.
Yeah, that's all right. You just talk over me. It's fine.
Oh, that's right.
Don't let me steal his thunder.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. So, you guys were both on the live stream today. It was quite active, way more active than it's ever been before on YouTube, from what I've ever seen. And it's all due to they had a brand new in-game stream notification, which I thought was very, very smart. So I'll see if I can pop it up here. Oh no, it doesn't pop up anymore in game. But they had two bobbleheads.
Yeah, very smart for them. Because who's the target audience of the stream? People playing the game. So I've always wondered, why don't they do that? Other games have always done that. I was just wondering, why did it take them so long to do that? So
yeah, well, it was very obvious in the stream that there was 160 people on the YouTube side of things, and I know there's always a decent amount on the Facebook side, but still 160 on YouTube side, I've never seen that before. So I was quite impressed.
I think that's the most they've had. So.
Correct. So. But a couple things. Ian was the guest this week, so we've definitely seen Ian before. He's one of the I think he's one of the creative artists for the all the stuff that Dom does. Basically, gets brought over to Ian, and Ian is the one that is able to work with it and create a lot of the event stuff.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, they've been practicing their battles. They all did
certainly
well.
Yes, I know. I noticed that as well. But also too, I think it could have something to do too with the fact that they were now going in with Titans that are fully maxed and relics that are fully maxed that belong on the right Titan too. I think that's helpful. You know.
Oh my gosh, I remember watching some of their early battles when they'd have this, middle class Titan, and they'd have all these random relics on, and everyone would be commenting like, "Swap those relics! What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone I don't know who's doing that, but they're doing a much better job than they did in the past. Because before you could see them like, they've got a Titan that buffs Imperials, and they put like a flame volley on them or something. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Basically, a couple of the things that were happening in the beginning, they did talk about the daily... Oh, I just actually popped out of it, so I can't show it. But they were talking about the daily login reward that I have now here popped up on my screen. It is only it's only out to 30% of the actual community. So when it comes down to everybody going to be having it within the next week or so, they're going to continue to roll it out. Now... Bo and Fandral, you guys both have it already, correct, or no?
Yeah, I have it. I have it on both my accounts.
Oh, you have it on both?
I've got it on just one. I've got it on one of my crown holding alternate. My main account, I still have not seen it yet. Waiting.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I don't know if they're still tweaking it or not, but it does seem to be like the rewards that you get kind of seem to be tied to play level a little bit, or capital level. I'm not exactly sure, but on my Bo and Timmy account, I got the version of the daily reward that gives the 4-star Holy Blade and the 3-star Ice Spears. Mm-hmm. But on my other two accounts, which are like, one of them is player level 2, and I think the other one's player level 8. They're just for holding positions in Alliance. They both got like really low rewards. Like instead of a 4-star Holy Blade, there's like a 2-star or something there.
Yeah, I think on what I've seen from a lot of the players that do have it that are, they're near that Castle 15 or so or higher. They're getting like the 3-star Korea for the reward, but my alternate is I think like level 9. The best I think the best Titan I get from it is like a 2-star Katash.
Yeah, I've got that 2-star Katash on the Bo 3 account. So Yeah, so I don't know exactly how that is. It would be nice if we had a little bit of explanation as to, where that delineation happens, because Zalon has Zalon's higher level player and castle than me, and he has the 3-star Holy Blade version, right, Zalon?
Yeah, and you have the 4-star.
And I have the 4-star, but you got it before I did, so maybe they made a change during the rollout, and then,
Yeah,
so
very
people
possible.
that got it really, really early, people that had to wait got better rewards than people that got it really, really early because they decided to make a change. I don't know, So.
It's very possible. It's very, very possible. So, the only thing I also wanted to talk about, too, here in the beginning with the Titan Spotlight, they had Arven in. Now, of course, we do have this Lightning event currently right now. And let's take your core down. And I'm just doing a Titan Monument right now. But at the they had Arven, which Dom kept calling Triple H. But they did show off some of the new Lightning Relics. Now, the only thing I have to check is if the Lightning Relics that I already have changed, or if the Lightning Relics that are being offered in the temple now are different than the ones that are currently out. Is that what you...
I think, from what I've seen, I think they're just releasing these new Lightning Relics. Because they showed some of the ones that they gave away during wasn't it during like the Arven event, Thunderstruck?
Yeah.
They showed some of those, but I don't think that those have changed. I also need to check, but they're dropping these new relics, and so far I've seen a 2-star, a 3-star, and then there's 2 4-star relics, I think, that are the same relic. It's that I forget what it's called. One of these gems or something like that. But there's one that boosts Spearmen, and then there's one that boosts the Titans. So
yeah,
I think it's kind of those matter of, are you either getting the Spearman armor and health, or you getting the Titan armor and health, is what I'm picking up so far.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at the ones that I currently have now. I have the Thunder Grasp, the Eye of the Storm, the 3-star. And I mean, these guys are all like kind of the old style relics where the first thing is like Titan lightning damage for the Eye of the Storm here that I'm looking at right now. And I mean, I think the new relics that all came out were very similar, because I have one of the new relics. If you saw one of my most recent videos, I have a 2-star. Hold on, gosh, I think this happened yesterday too. I have a 2-star Book of... there's another Storm Shield, another Storm Breaker. I got those Lightning Relics during that one event. But then I got one of these, Song of the Storms, which has the 1 gain Lightning Spell and Titan Armor, but that's the 2-star. Now, I think the other new Lightning Relics all have those gain Lightning Spells instead of... the old Lightning Relics having the three different skill, boost traits. So
it seems that's the direction they're moving forward. That's the answer to all the mage Titans everyone's wanted. Is they're just giving every Titan the opportunity to bring some spells with them.
Or Fandral, you're not looking.
We've all been wanting.
Or Fandral, you're not looking into it deep enough. And you have to do the Zalon theory and say that this is just the beginning. This is just the I forget the exact word I'm trying to say, but this is the beginning of when they showing that these are all going to be used to attach to a mage, and the mages are just going to be incredible.
Well, it looks like that they already have the relics designed for all the spells, and they're going to rotate through introducing them all here, because we had the Raise the Dead spell, right, and then we had the Lightning spell, and now we've got the Fireball spell.
Correct. So,
right?
Well, yes. So we have the. I was going to say here we'll talk about a couple other things. Because they did address Calverax's skills specifically with the 3 skeleton and the 2 imperial, and they did want to Matt came through and did want to make sure that everyone knew that Titans in the stream didn't reflect Titans after release. because people were upset thinking that there was something wrong with their Calverax. But no, Calverax's skills are exactly the way they're supposed to be. This is the way it is.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with Calverax. I think, everyone was worried about him being just a straight-up reskin of Edelus or Vixia. Mm-hmm. So they didn't do that. But then all of a sudden, everyone, you get different skills, and everyone goes, wait, I thought this was just going to be a reskin. It's like, well, which one do you want, honestly? I think that's just me being honest.
Yeah, part of the reason that the Raised Dead troops are really, really weak to begin with. Even for a level 25 castle, they're still really, really weak troops.
Yeah.
So, you combine the skills with the relics, and those all boost the troops. I don't know if they're strong enough to be useful for anything other than like a distraction.
I think that's perfect what it is. You go up against any ranger, and I'm pretty sure rangers target like the militia and the skeletons prior to some other troops. So you drop whatever all 6, 8, or 9 of those free spells you get if you add on all the relics if you got those too. It's a perfect ranger distraction.
Yeah, I could see where that Titan would be fun to play with. If you had them maxed out and had all the skills maxed out in the correct relics, it could be fun to play with.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Calverax in right now, actually.
Exactly what it is.
But anyway,
I don't know if I don't have an Edelus or Vixia, but I don't know if because they said I think he's a little bit bigger than Edelus, so I don't know if his range maybe gives you a little extra to recognize a troop.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I had a Vixia, but she was on the shelf at level 1, and I put her into my champion Yard Dog back during the fusion event because I was never going to do anything with her. I don't know if the range is more because he's a larger. Do you have another ranger Titan there?
Not a 4-star. I don't.
I don't know, but I think the range is the same. If you compare, Calverax's range to just any other ranger's range and see, or maybe it shows up on the stat screen because it gives you a range. I don't know if it's a number or if it's just like a medium or long type
I think
range.
they just say medium and that kind of stuff. We'll have to do a little more research on that.
I just fought with Calverax, and he didn't seem to have that much of a difference in range. He was still getting hit by a lot of by a lot of other people around him. So.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I just took him into my like level 1 arena just to see how he would handle.
Yeah. Well, he is definitely a cool Titan to have, right?
Oh, well, yeah, cool Titan to have, so. But I think
from
also...
the collecting standpoint, I know, Zalon, you do a little bit of that too.
A little collecting, especially for 4 stars.
On the display shelf, that no one else gets to see but me, but, I like the collecting aspect of the game. That's so I was all in for him.
I do like him. I do think he's cool.
I was going to say, I did get the offer to purchase, who's the Unak Paladin?
Oh, yeah, Abazut? I saw that for a while, too.
Abazut,
Yeah, the $100 pack?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was absolutely absurd.
They threw in some relics and stuff with it, so...
Yeah.
Of course, I had to pass on that, so... Not in the budget.
But I'll tell you what, we a couple of things to go over. I was going to say they did go through they did show off all the T-shirts, all of them now. And of course, I want the Unak one just because I like red's my favorite color. So I still think that the Unak shirt would be pretty sweet. But all of them are pretty awesome. They didn't put Ulrich on the human though. They picked Freya instead. So it's all right though.
Yep.
Yeah, I like each of the shirts. If they were to put them up on retail, which everyone's saying like, hey, put this up on retail, which I think they'll eventually do now that they got them made. I wouldn't mind picking up each one of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they should do a deal where if you get all 5, they should give you a special price for getting them all together. But obviously
buy 4 get 1 free.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Just to get all of them, because it would entice people to buy all of them. They should know by now how to entice people to buy things. It's like temple pulls.
Yeah, right. There you go. Buy all 5 shirts, and we'll throw in the 6th one of the new Titan that no one knows about yet, and we haven't decided on.
Yeah, of course.
You just get a blank DOT shirt.
Yeah, with
how about this?
With
how
the Titan.
How about buy all 5 shirts and get a builder token?
Yeah, there you go. You never know.
Buy all 5 and get 80,000 food for your profile.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. So, besides from that, now I'm going to get into. Let's see. I want to talk about the. We'll leave one of the main new things to the end, because they didn't talk about this on the live stream. We're going to get into that on the very end. But also, I do want to hear exactly here. Let's jump over to some of the pictures I have. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Where are they? All right, here we go. These are pictures from Fandral of his Calverax. I know we were just talking about him. So, Fandral, since you're on, this is your guest time. Go ahead and talk about your experience this last event.
Yeah, no, it was for me, this was an event going all out. I figured 2 new Titans at once, just going for the collection. It was good. I was able to jump over with the Events R Us team, so I'll give a shout out to them as well. Amazing group of guys that they know how to grind for an event. So they really kind of pushed me. It was good. It'll probably be one of a few times I play with them, just because the caliber is a whole nother level, and being free to play, I can only go all out every so often, which this was an event that did drain me of everything I've had saved up. All my tokens, all my gems have been pulled down, but I pulled in Calverax. I was pretty happy with him. He's got his skeleton AP, the health, the damage, and then he's got the Imperial AP, as well as a resist against poison. I like that one.
I got him up right now. Yep, he's looking nice.
Plowed through. Like I said, I don't have Edalus or Vixia, so I even was playing with him a little bit at the end once I got him, because my goal for this event was to get to 16,000 souls, so I was going even beyond just completing the event. I did it all Portal Stone wise, because we just saw from the event it was so crap 1-stars for so many people. So I just went around buying Portal Stones every couple minutes, just refilling them 50 at a time, and made the grind for it. He'll be good. Again, for my Imperial attacks, I just haven't had a Ranger to do that with yet, as far as a high caliber one goes. And then I was able to be with Events R Us, which placed second in the event, and pulled in the Astaroth, because I was having no luck getting them from pulls. I think I did like 3 pulls on my main account, 2 on my alternate, and did not get them at all. Just got a bunch of 2s and 3 stars. So I was happy to get him. He's a very, very healthy paladin.
Yes.
I got physical resist, health, fire resist, and then 2 more healths. And I haven't plugged around with him on the DOT database yet, but I know he's going to be pretty intense health. Probably won't be something I'll level up right away, just because he's lacking any armor boost, and he's lacking any natural, resist to what the meta is right now, just like the poisons. I've got all the relics, but I don't have any of them maxed, so I'm going to play around with some combinations and see can I
do
make
have to
him,
say one thing, though.
maybe just a time burner for anyone that attacks me, just to try to drain that out more or less than actually beating them outright. But
physical and fire resist is good, though. Physical and fire resist is good. I know you're saying the other resists out there, like ice and poison, aren't there, but still having physical and fire, if you threw on the right relics with him, giving the poison and the ice resist, you could definitely still, like you said, if you even put on a couple more health and armor, you could definitely run the clock down hardcore with this Titan.
That's my goal, is if I can throw on some dragon. I've got multiple 4-star dragon helms that I just need to level up and see what what I've got each one of the resists. I think I've got 4 or 5 dragon helms at 4 stars.
Spoiler alert, they're all physical.
Oh, you're gonna be like that, Bo?
Are you gonna mess with that like that?
It seems to me like all I can get are physical resist dragon helms. So
Yeah, that would be my luck too. But I throw that on. I'll see if I can throw on a few other resists that might also offer a little bit of armor here and there, and see what I can boost. Like I said, I'm going to play with the database. Thanks to Yuki for having that tool, and just see what I can maybe do with him. I think he's my only 4-star paladin, so I might play with him, but I'm not going to. He's going to come on and off the bench for me. Nothing I'm going to sink a lot into right now.
Well, yeah, but if he's your only 4-star paladin, that does mean that you actually have something something to do with all those 1-star, 2-star paladins that you just get all the time. You can actually.
They've been going into just like a 3-star. What is it, Valwyn, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm trying to think of. I've been dropping them here and there into the 3 stars, but now that I've got a 4-star, I'll probably do any fusion event that comes up. I'll drop all those runas and that come out, and just, which I was thought it was hilarious that they did runa for the Drawn of Titans.
Oh yeah. We do have to talk about the Drawn of Titans.
Everybody's favorite Titan runa.
Everyone got trolled by runa even on the live stream.
Even on the live stream,
so
yeah.
That stuff will start going into him and kind of see what it does over time.
Yeah. Well, also too.
Yeah. So I got.
What's up?
I don't know what level your 3 stars are, but I had my Val one at I think level 30. And I immediately put her into Akasi when I got Akasi, and she jumped all the way to 22. So that was a nice head start on Akasi. But now that I got Freya from the event, I'm probably going to shelve Akasi because Freya's skills are better than what Akasi's skills are. So, and I didn't do the event. Like go all the way out for the event. I did do like 4,000 souls for the Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
But and we ended up getting Freya as the Alliance reward, which was great for all of our guys because for how many months we've been playing this game, I've been hearing, I'm never going to get a Freya. Well, now everybody's got a Freya. Now you have something else. Now you have something else to complain about. So
that's right. That's right.
No, my Freya ended up with poison resist, earth resist, poison resist, ice resist, and fire resist. So not bad. I'm okay with the double poison. I can make up for that with relics. And poison kind of being the meta right now. That's not necessarily a bad thing. So
no, not at all.
No.
So I'm perfectly happy with that. Zalon, how did you end up with the event?
Well, I got my Freya up here on the screen. She got physical, ice, physical, poison, lightning. So the only thing I have to be concerned about is fire and earth. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So Freya's not too bad. I mean, obviously, if you just put the right relics on her, she's an amazing defensive Titan. So, I am excited to be able to start leveling her up. Although in comparison to my Akasi, let me put the comparison up there because I don't know. Okosi may have the better skills. Let's take a quick look. Poison, physical, earth, poison, ice. That's why I have a whole bunch of fire relics on Okosi right now. Because
so you can see my Okosi got armor, ice, earth, and physical. So I think I'm kind of liking Freya's skills a little bit better than Okosi's skills. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not going to get rid of either one of them, to be honest with you. It's not like I'm going to actually fuse them away or something. But having two really good paladins is always a good thing. So, never a bad thing. So I did want to get into the battles that they had in the live stream. Matt lost none, Ian lost 1, and Dom lost none. So because Terry is awesome, hashtag Team Terry, as Fandral said in stream.
That's right.
Terry allowed multiple prizes to be given out this week, which was nice. So 2 for Facebook, 2 for YouTube, and 12K gems. For all 4, which is nice. So I did suggest. I have a suggestion. Wasn't able to get it in on stream, but for the 1-year anniversary, DOT devs, you should definitely have either pictures with Terry and all the team, or some sort of or Terry on stream at least at some point, just so we can all say thank you to Terry, and also so that
yeah, definitely Terry's awesome. I would also something, you know how they did that 3D
the 360 picture, yeah,
panoramic picture on the Facebook they had there for the team. They should do one of those again for the 1 year anniversary.
I agree.
That has everybody that's working on the game at this time in there. So
I agree.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
So let's okay. Well, we're gonna go into the next. We're gonna go into the event that was, and then we'll go into some of the very last things, which were some of the reveals / teasers of upcoming stuff that they talked about. But we're gonna talk about the event that is coming up tomorrow, and I have a some exclusive pictures here. No, this was just it was given out on Twitter. So
and we actually know about this event before it starts.
Yes. So here we.
know that's such a novel concept. I actually we need to have more of that.
Whatever we used to have at the beginning, we used to have the countdowns, like the day and a half or like 24-hour countdown until the next event started, and all of a sudden they stopped it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Hague live events. Tell the Hague.
Yep. We do enjoy the notice. If for no other reason than it makes it easier for us to do, you know, the alliance stuff for like an event. Because if we know an event's coming up, we can go ahead and kind of get everybody in position to be ready to go. Otherwise, we're jockeying people around during that first 24 hours, and it's difficult to, especially if it's a really competitive event.
Sometimes it's nice just to even be able to know when it goes live, so you can get started right away and not lose 2 or 3 hours because you didn't know it was stuck.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true too.
Well, here I have the Relic Doomfire, which is what they have here posted. It says it bestows the power of meteor strikes every battle, and grants huge power to Unak Grenadiers, critical and damage. So, what do you guys think about this this new relic that they're trying to introduce? As it seems to be along the same path as the lightning and other relics we've seen recently.
I think that picture is the most we've known about something new before it came out. Like, we know what you're getting from is helpful. Going with the theme, I honestly think the idea of this introduction of spells is just something unique and different. Just giving you an opportunity to play. Personally, I'll be waiting for Rage. That'll be the one that I'll probably try to push for, but we know that the Grenadiers can be dangerous, especially if you got them on like a Salzar defense. So being able to put something like this on there, I don't know what they do necessarily defensively. That'd be nice to know if you get these extra spells that drop. And what's the boost going to be for the critical and damage? Is it going to be worth dropping a different relic to put this one on if you're working with any of those kind of offenses or defenses?
Okay. I was gonna say I want to know, and I've seen in the that the AI right now currently does not seem to use the extra spells any faster, or if it's actually in the group of spells to use that the AI recognizes when you have all these relics attached to, say, a Calverax on defense. Because I just watched a video from the Brain, brand new video from the Brain of Calverax on defense, and it does from both of it. He does 2 battles that someone else comes in and recorded. Basically, it does not seem that that spells are dropping any faster. So having all those raised dead spells on those relics is only good for offense, and it doesn't seem to appear to have any real benefit on defense.
Yeah, that's the one sad thing about it is they're limited to at least just a primarily offensive relic then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they may if if the battle stretches out long enough, it may just be a time thing.
Yeah, and that's so many people are doing these 15, 30-second raids. It's probably not giving enough time for anything to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know, maybe a change in how quickly the spells drop, pending on how fast the raid is going. Because, for instance, say, 50% of the troops have been depleted, shouldn't the spells timer just all of a sudden immediately go faster? You know what I mean? To make it more effective? I think that may be a way to fix something like that. Would be is the battle is it can be very easily determined by how fast they're spawning troops in the back. If that's the case, start dropping spells like crazy. You know what I mean? Make the person pay for it. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, you know, or at least make it a little bit more difficult, because it should not be always 15-second raids for these super high players all the time, every day, for everything, whether it's an event or whether it's not an event. If it's 15-second raids every single time, I could see that getting kind of boring. And also, way too easy. I mean, if there's no challenge in it whatsoever, and you're just doing that all the time, no wonder everybody's kind of thinking, man, we need something a little different, you know?
Yeah, people are getting burned out. I'll tell you, it'd be interesting to see along with this relic, because I think this might be one of the first times that for an event, an actual solo event, they've kind of put out first that this relic is at the focus. Like, when they've done relic-focused stuff in the event, in the past, they've usually been, like, temple pulls. Like, we saw that with, like, the lightning. It was all temple pulls. It'll be interesting to see what Titan they put with this. Are they going to put out another Titan? I know, like, I'm looking at him like, you know, Astaroth probably would have been a great Titan to make him an Unak and put him along with this event. He just looks like he could probably go along with a meteor spell. So I wonder, are they going to throw a Drakor in there? Are we going to get another Unak Titan we've already seen? Or is it going to be something new even for a Titan as well? But that's kind of what I'm waiting to see for this event. Is it going to really be all relic focused? I would love it if they brought Defender and Protector back. Throw those in there while you're at it. But
yeah, absolutely. That's
pipe dreams too.
I know, right? But I've asked about that several times, so they're aware that you know, we would love to do a relic. You know, bring
make it all relic. Yeah,
just make it an all relic event where, you know. And then the you know, the final prize is you know, a Protector or a Defender or one of those relic days that you can't get anymore. And
or like
they don't have to, you know, the Ice Maul. There you go.
Right?
Yeah, make it an Ice Maul relic event.
All those kinds of things that could just go out there that, I mean, people would. I'm pretty sure people would go ballistic for when it came to just getting those.
Yeah, especially because, you know, a lot of people got the Ice Maul, and it looks just like, I mean, the picture looks just like the other, like the Ice Hammer.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I know some people that forged it. They're like, I don't need two of these, and so they forged it away.
I know I don't have one. I cannot remember if I ever got one and might have made the same mistake because...
Well, as far as I know, it was only available that one time in the Krothos event.
Yeah.
See, and I know I didn't go for Krothos. And I can't remember how far I ever would have made it, but I don't think I think I might have seen the picture of it and thought the same thing. Oh, I've already got the hammer. I don't need them all. And
yeah, I think it was the same. I think it was the last 4-star relic that was available in that event. So it would have been, you know, the 1,000, you know, award.
Yeah.
Right before the epic token or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
well, I know I'm looking forward to the event. Unfortunately, I'm spent on all my tokens, and I think I'm down to about 900 gems now. So
wow.
I'll see how far I can get. I mean, that last event cost me, I think I had, after a couple temple pulls for Astaroth, I think I ended up having like 14 or 16,000 gems left, and I burned through all those, and I burned through any of the gems they gave you in the event, and I blew all my tokens, just kind of working my way through it. Which wasn't bad. I got 2 3-star pulls and like 2 or 3 2-stars. I didn't get as many 1-stars as most, but I'm tapped. So I'm just going to see how far I can get. Hopefully, at least a couple gems, at least a couple tokens, and start building up a collection for either the 1-year anniversary or Christmas time, and see what they do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to get into next, which was the stuff that they were all talking about, where any kind of reveals. Because they talked about Christmas time stuff, which I'm almost definitely certain that they're going to do at this point. Because I feel that the Halloween event had a very good showing, and that they are going to definitely try to put out good content so that we can enjoy something cool for Christmas, New Year's time. So. But also, too, somebody mentioned about Dragon Titans. and they mentioned that cool new Titans are coming. Also, too, they're concentrating on building and releasing more unique Titans, specifically like Calverax and Astaroth. Well, Astaroth wasn't too much different than what a normal Paladin would be, but they're trying to do new and different things with the Titans. So
yeah, I mean, at this point, they can really only make small tweaks to. Everything's essentially going to be a reskin until you get an all-new class or an all-new race. I mean, that's what it is. So it's a matter of these little tweaks that they make. Like Astaroth, he's basically opposite, but he's just a little bigger, so he gets a bigger swing radius. Calverax essentially is Edelus, but they've swapped out some of his skills to boost the spell, which, I think maybe the devs could get a little more strategic in how they do this, because being an Ice Ranger, maybe that would have fit better during the winter months for... but they went the whole skull thing and the skeleton and all that good stuff. But maybe they should have given him like fear damage instead. Like start throwing in incorporate the spells into the damage, maybe even a bit more. But I'll be interested to see what they do because Christmas time and the 1 year are all pretty much right around the same time. And the game went live December 11th or 20th or something like that last year.
It was early December. Yeah, it was like December 8th or something like that. It was It was pretty early.
So it's it's all kind of relatively around the same time. I wonder if they'll double whammy the month with different events, or if they'll just kind of tie it all into just one big event there, and see what goes on. But the dragons will be interesting. I know I forgot who pointed out to me, but only recently I want to say it might have been Candor Kid who posted a picture. I mean, they used to have a Hydra in the game, and it was. Like this spell drop, it was probably only there during the beta, but they've got certain things that they've written code and programming for, just see what maybe they would reuse, and what would these dragons do. Dom did his I don't know thing, and I like how Matt usually kind of called him out and said, we know what that means. It's basically a no. So it's just certain things I think you could maybe start to read the devs react to.
Yeah. Well, they did say,
definitely new things coming.
Well, yeah, they did say within the next 2 to 3 weeks, the new feature teaser on the new. Now, it's the Thrones game feature. That's pretty much what they're talking about.
That's what they're talking about. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we know that's the name of it, more or less, and it's the new what they're gonna use to what I would say revolutionize the gameplay of the week to week. I honestly believe that's what's going to majorly change things up on the week to week, so things don't seem so dry. So
yeah,
and I think
I'm definitely interested to see about that. And I know, basically from how I read it too, they did. I think Dom pretty much shot down the Lightning Rangers because it was right around I think like the 14-minute mark or so, just maybe a little bit around there of their live stream that he said, I know everyone's been asking for a very specific Titan, but we just can't do it now. It's going to break the game, or whatever.
Yes.
So,
that was
say
very,
Lightning Ranger.
Yeah, that was very telling. When they make a comment like that would break the game, then that they've at least looked into it and decided that no, that's way too OP or something along those lines. Yeah. So I thought that was very telling.
I think it was nice. I think everyone's been trying to wait for this wager. Even I would have waited for this, a Lightning Ranger as well. But for him to say everyone wants a specific Titan, we all know what it is. It's a Lightning Ranger, and he's like, we're just not doing it now. So I think at least we can kind of get beyond that as a community now.
Mage Titans.
Yeah, Mage Titan. Yeah, Mage Titan would be nice. I think I'm gonna. I don't know. I have Arvin. Because he's features in the pools now. I don't know. You guys tell me if you think he's worth working on. Is it Arvan? My Arvan has for skills. Of course, he's a berserker, and he has infiltrator skills.
Yeah.
So I've got Titan lightning damage, Titan armor piercing, Titan lightning damage, Titan armor piercing, and Titan armor piercing.
I think that's a legit Titan. Having triple armor piercing, I think, is pretty good. I got an Arven back when they did the Thunderstruck event. Like I went ahead and went all out for him as well, which I've actually gone all out on a couple events. I did the Sagunga one, I did the Arven one, I did this one, but I did an Arven because they rolled out all the new lightning relics, and I said, yeah, I'm just going to be ready for this one. And I seem to get Titans that are more critical. You know, I got lightning damage, I got 3 criticals, and 1 armor piercing. I'm keeping him just because he is the Berserker with Infiltrator skills, so he's a little unique, and 4-star lightning. And we know that a lot of people have, you know, from the past, they kind of rolled right past lightning skills. So I think it could be useful. He's still, I pull him on and off the bench every so often. He's pretty low level, but, I mean, then again, this is coming from the collector standpoint where I don't get rid of any of my 3 or 4-star Titans right now.
Well, I don't have any 3-star Titans currently.
I got a Manfred.
I fused them all.
And Noctis.
Well, you guys also rack up a lot more 4-stars than myself, so I still keep a few of them.
Yeah, but so I fused away all my 3-stars. I thought about keeping Kuba, you know, the little weird 3-star had the weird skills, but I decided to go ahead and get rid of Kuba as well. But I haven't done anything with Arvan. He's still level 1. And I'm thinking that maybe I need to start working on him a lightning damage, super lightning damage with a bunch of AP.
I think that would do some damage out there on the battlefield.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I've actually overrun with Berserker Titans. I don't know why I have so many Berserkers, but I do. And when it comes to Berserkers, I think so. I've got 4. I got 4 4-star Berserkers: Arvan, Krothos, Kamathi, and Thorhild. And I'd already fused away a couple of them. I fused away Grimwald because his skills were spread out across 3 different troop types, which was not useful at all. And it seems like there was another one that I fused away. And
I've liked switching to him. Between him, my Kuba, and my Sagungar, I've liked switching between the Berserker and the Infiltrators just because it's a nice little different speed switch from the Rangers. You know, I mean, I got sucked into it. I've been playing all Rangers lately. But sometimes going over to him, it's just kind of been a nice little change of pace, change of battlefield.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just fusing up my my Freya while you guys were chit-chatting. So, anyway, I was going to say, anything else you guys want to comment about that's going on? Because I know that just coming up tomorrow for the event that Bo and myself will be going live for to just cover the beginning of the event. Or not, it doesn't have to be right as the event drops, but we will be covering tomorrow.
Well, I don't know that we mentioned that that this is an individual leaderboard event.
Oh no, yeah, I did. I showed it up on the screen. Yeah, okay. Everyone saw that.
Did you?
Okay. Yeah.
So guesses will be what's the progress going to be? Is it going to be 11K with no Titan boost, but we will see a 3-star guarantee? Is it going to be Titan boost? What are we thinking for this individual one?
I can't remember what we did on the last individual event, but I would go with whatever that was.
I think that's kind of been the rotation. Is the Alliance ones have been getting Titan boosts. They've been your soul events like that, and then we've got these individuals have kind of been like the classics, which have been no Titan boosts, but we get the 3-star guaranteed later on. You know, and if it's, let's see, it kicks off on a Friday, so if they make it 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that, you know, they can line it up with the end of the season. We'll see if we can try to guess a schedule out of them. But
yeah,
I know I'll be waiting to see what the name is. That way I can find a proper introduction song and drop my overview video after it gets going.
There we go. We always enjoy those, Fandral. Always enjoy them. So, I was going to say, I guess we're going to wrap this guy up here for the show today. And thank you again, Fandral, for joining us.
Sure thing. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. So, for the non-toxic gamers, I am Zalon.
And I'm Bo.
And Fandral.
And
Fandral for the AS. Yep, go on.
Asgard DSB, I'm Fandral.
All right, and we are signing off.